Perfect. Perfect.
All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to today's edition of SWAC Talk. Of course, this is the show we cover the SWAC inside and out. I'm your tour guide around the SWAC Sea Wells coming at you, and we got a special guest in the house today, Mr. Donovan Eaglin. We're gonna welcome him to the show. All right, Donovan, how you doing today, man? Welcome to the show.
Well, I'm good, doing good today. Glad to be here. Glad that you let me be on the show today. I'm ready to talk with you, so you can get to know me better and fans too.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Like I say, we do this because I like to kind of give everybody, man, a little shine. You know, you my first official Alabama A&M Bulldog I've had on the show. I had a couple guys who had committed that a while ago. You know, they were in and out, but you the first guy who actually made it through the season with A&M. So I wanted to go ahead and get somebody on here because today, to me, this is Bulldog Week. I got a couple of people from Front of the Hill podcast going to be on my show later on this week. So okay. I know y'all had your spring game, so I wanted to get a Bulldogs a little bit of shine because you know y'all up there in Huntsville. Nobody really be talking about y'all too much, so I wanted to go ahead and kind of put the light out there.
Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. So we're gonna start from the very beginning, man. When did you start playing football?
I started playing football when I was 4 years old. Started off playing flag football in Houston, Texas. Played flag football, then made my way up to Little League, and I played tackle. I started playing tackle football. I played Little League for the Pearland Texans. It's just a football team in Houston. So I started off with them. So I've been playing since I was young.
So were you always a running back, or did you like move around? Or
I always played running back. I played running back and safety when I was little. I played running back and safety and a little bit of linebacker, but I was always a running back. Yes, sir.
All right. Was there anybody in particular that got you into playing football, or did you just kind of gravitate to it?
Yes, sir. My grandpa and my dad got me to playing football. My dad was also a running back as well. He played running back in high school and in Little League as well. So he really got me into football and really got me into playing running back as well, teaching me stuff young. So he has really inspired me and got me into playing football. Yes, sir.
All right. So after you made it through Little League and all of that, up into high school, how was your first off, where did you go to high school, and how was your career in high school?
I went to high school in Manville High School. My high school career was good. I got on varsity my sophomore year, so it was pretty good. I played a little bit sophomore, a little bit junior. I had three major running backs that was in front of me. The Nick Prince, he's in the draft right now. He was in front of me, Garrison Johnson, and also Ladarius Owens that go to Texas Southern. He went to my high school too.
Oh, so, I didn't know y'all went to the same school.
Yeah, we went to the same school. So I really exploded to my senior year when I really got my chance, just learning from them guys. And they really just took me under their wing. But high school, it was really good. I think my senior year, we ended off 14-1. And my sophomore year, we ended up going to state, but we actually lost to Highland Park. But we had a real good teams in high school, all my 4 years.
Yeah, and actually, I'm a Southern fan. And I was looking at the roster. We had a kid, Xavier Ponce, went to Southern for a little while. I think he had played at Manville for a little while as well.
Yes, sir. In Manville together, yes, sir.
So yeah, I always try to find connections. Because I don't know where I thought you was from, but when I saw you was from Houston, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know why I thought you. I don't know. Don't pay me too much attention. I'm kind of out there with things, but so. I know that's a great program. Like you said, you guys would play in the playoffs and everything. How did your recruiting process go out of high school?
My recruiting process was slow, really slower than maybe top athletes, but it was good. Like I said, my junior year, I really didn't get too many looks. I was behind two great running backs. But me and my parents went to a lot of camps during the summer, and I ended up getting my first offer from Texas Westland, was an NIA school, which was a smaller school. But then I exploded in high school my senior year. I think I went for like 1,500 yards and like 20 touchdowns. So I had a really, really good season, which I got offers, and I ended up going Michigan State as my first school. Yes, sir.
All right. So what was there anything in particular that led you to Michigan State? Or was
What led me to Michigan State was they was loyal to me, and they was my real first big offer. So I was really connected with the coaches, with like Terrence Samuel. He was a coach there, and he was from Houston as well. So me and him really connected, and I just felt his loyalty there. So I went to Michigan State, and I enjoyed it the time I was there.
and you was behind Kenneth Walker, right?
Yes, sir. I was with Kenneth Walker, and I learned a lot from him as well. A lot from him.
His year at Michigan State, man, he won me a fantasy football championship. So
Yeah.
them 3-4 touchdown games he had. So did you get any playing time while you were there?
I got a little bit of playing time my redshirt freshman year. I played in one game, but most of the games I was just doing special teams on kickoff return, running down on kickoff, and just really playing my role and learning from the guys that were ahead of me.
All right. So obviously you entered the portal. Obviously you entered the portal after that. Was there any specific reason why you decided to leave, or did you just feel like your turn would be better somewhere else? Or
I just feel like I could take my talent somewhere else. Playing time for sure. But also I just wanted to get closer to home since I was all the way in Michigan. And my parents really couldn't come to a lot of games, so I wanted to come closer to home. And also, my mom kind of got me to HBCUs too, because she went to Prairie View University in Texas. So that was another reason why I chose Alabama A&M. But yeah, that was the main reason though. Really, I was kind of homesick, not playing a lot, and I feel like if I can get an opportunity, I would be able to show what I can really do.
all right. So I love to ask guys that enter the portal this question because I like to understand it a little bit better. How was your experience in the portal?
I would say my experience in the portal was pretty good. To me, it reminded me of kind of like high school all over again with the recruiting process, trying to connect with teams, connecting with different colleges, connecting with different coaches. Because my first offer was in Cardinal World, which was in San Antonio, but I ended up taking a visit. My first visit was to Hawaii. I went down to Hawaii, and I really enjoyed it. But it felt good. It was Hawaii. They were showing me love, but it just didn't feel like home to me, and it was kind of far from home still. So now I took my second visit to Alabama A&M, and I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed all the coaches, Coach Maynor, they all kept it real with me, and I was closer to home. So I feel like it was a win-win for me.
All right. So Hawaii, man, they paid for that trip, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they did.
Because I'm like, that's one of the good things about a recruiting trip, man. Let them pay for you and get you a vacation out of it, and also check out the sites. But yes, I know a lot of guys have said that for some of them it's a first recruitment because they may not have been highly recruited out of high school, so they get the opportunity to get recruited again. But everybody pretty much seems to say that it's kind of like going through that process again. So I always like to see where guys, how you feel about that, because the portal is a hot topic, honestly.
Yes, sir.
So when you visited A&M and you talked to Coach Maynor, did you feel like the offense was a good fit for you?
Yes, sir. I feel like the offense was a good fit for me, knowing that I think they had a 1,000-yard rusher either the year before or the year before that. I think Jordan Bentley.
Yeah.
Yes. Sir. So I felt like the offense was going to be a good fit for me. It kind of reminded me of my high school offense where we ran kind of the spread and the shotgun most of the time. So I feel like I was going to be able to dominate in this offense. That's how I felt.
All right. So, you kind of had a slow start to the season. You didn't get a whole lot of carries at the beginning of the season, but you hit a stretch in the middle part of the season where you exploded. And that's when that's when I first really started hearing your name. I'm just gonna run through your numbers. I know everybody don't really care about numbers, but it's always something I like to kind of put out there. You had your first game against Bethune-Cookman. You had 27 carries, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Grambling 21 for 126 and 2 touchdowns. You had 126 yards against Pine Bluff on 19 carries. and then you finished off with 120 yards against Texas Southern. But you had a stretch where you just took it to another level. Was there anything specific that clicked for you, or did the game just start coming to you?
I feel like what just clicked with me was just opportunity. Having that opportunity and just having to execute my opportunity, because when you get a chance, you just have to take it. You got to take it and run with it. So I feel like of course, I didn't start at first. I had a great running back in front of me, and I learned from him. He taught me things, so I just exploded after that. And I know my team. When we start off on 4, so I feel like we just needed to get stuff going. We need to get a couple wins. So I feel like that just clicked for me because I don't like to lose. I'm a winner, so that just clicked for me. Just having to help my team win games because that's what we needed at that time.
Yeah, I mean, in that last stretch of the season, y'all finished 5-4-2. So you finished strong.
Yes,
In the 2 games y'all came up short, and y'all only lost by a few points in each game. So you were in all the games. The offense was rounding the corner, and like I said, I think that may be what sets the table for y'all this upcoming season. Do you feel that way?
Yes, I feel that way. I feel that way with the whole team. I feel like we have a whole new dynamic team. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about us. We kind of the sleeper on the east side. I think on the east side, but we have a whole stable though. Not just me, Moffitt. We got Ron, Kenny. We have a bunch of people on our team. So I feel like we have a good running game, and of course, thanks to our O line. But this year, we're gonna need that stable. We're gonna need to run the ball against teams to be able to win games and dominate.
So, how would you describe your game? What kind of runner would you say you are?
I would say I'm a all-around back. I would say I'm more power than speed than making more moves, but I feel I can be an all-around back, catch the ball, block. I can run in between the tackle, use my speed when I need to, and just be a dynamic running back all around.
Yeah, I know. I know Coach Maynor do like to get the ball to his backs out the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to catch is definitely a very, very vital part of a running back at A&M. Is there any player, whether it can be somebody you knew growing up, or pro, or somebody, was there any player that kind of influenced your game?
The player I watched when I was in high school and middle school, I used to watch Joe Mixon all the time when he was at Oklahoma. Now with the Bengals, I just like his game, how he got power, speed, he can run in between the tackles and things like that. So I really respect my game of Joe Mixon and Bo Jackson. That's a older guy. So with my newer guy, I'd be Joe Mixon. With my older guy, I'd be Bo Jackson.
Oh, I'm much older than you. I remember Bo Jackson, man. Bo was like the uber athlete. Like, even if I think you put Bo Jackson in the football today, he would still be a guy that could get you yardage because he had speed and power, and he was just a freak athlete. So if you want to model yourself after anybody, I think that's a great guy that you can't go wrong with. Let's talk a little bit about the atmosphere in some of the games. Being at A&M, you played in the Magic City Classic for the first time. How was that?
It was good. It was magical. It was new to me. It was a good atmosphere though. A good HBCU atmosphere. It was like 60,000 people there. So it's one of the bigger classics, and I never played in it. So I felt blessed to be able to play in the classic. Because during my recruitment and being there, all I heard was about the Magic City Classic, and just actually being able to play in it, it felt good. Like that was probably my most exciting game. That was the most exciting game for me, the Alabama State game.
Yeah, I think if you talk to anybody from State or A&M, they're gonna always bring that game up. Don't nobody else even matter. That's the classic is the end all be all. If you can ball out in that game, then your name is gonna be known. So that's definitely one of those things. And I haven't been, but I've watched it on TV a lot, and it's always been one of those games that it can be 51-50. It can be just it could be like 10-7. You never know what you're gonna get, but it's gonna be a packed house. It's gonna be crazy. Was there any? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You should try to get to the Magic City Classic this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to see how I can make something happen, man. I need to check it out because, like I said, that's on my list of games to go to. And out of all the big classics in the SWAC, it's probably the only one I haven't been to. So I need to try to make that happen. I need to talk to my travel agent, which is my wife. I need to try to talk to her and get us to get up there.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere you played 1 year in the SWAC? Was there anywhere like on the road that you felt like was a great atmosphere to play in?
Florida A&M, hands down.
Oh, you played? Yeah, that's
Florida A&M was the best atmosphere, the best, and it was my first SWAC road game. It was the best atmosphere to me. There's a lot of fans there. The fans was rowdy, and it just felt like an away game. Like they did not like us. So I said that was the best atmosphere for before away game for sure.
Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. They don't like nobody. It don't matter who you are. When you go in that stadium, you're gonna know that you're not the home team. You because sometimes you go on the road and the home crowd don't really show up. Mm-hmm. You got people that feel like you at home, but you go there, you on the road. They're gonna make sure they let you know. They like to talk. They close to the field, and they're gonna let you have it. So you're gonna have to it's tough for everybody when you go in that stadium. How is it playing for Coach Maynor? I know he got a big personality, but how is it playing for him as a coach?
It's good. He's a real good leader. He's a real good coach. He motivates us, and I feel like we thrive off Coach Maynor as a team. He just makes everything easier for a coach, and also you can talk to him about things personal. You can sit down one-on-one. So I feel like that's a good thing as a coach where he can coach us, but also talk to us as young men, trying to make us better as young men. So he's real competitive too, though. He's real competitive when we go bowling or something. He's real competitive, don't like to lose. So he's real funny too. But I love Coach Maynor. I love playing for the Alabama A&M, and I love that he's coaching me.
Yeah, I know he like to talk too, so I'm quite sure when he competing with y'all, he gonna let y'all hear it.
He talk trash at practice all the time. All the time.
Yeah, that's one thing I love to see is Coach Maynor when he just say, because he's gonna say it. Yeah. So I just love that, man. That's one of the things I love to see. With the the SWAC the last couple of years has been on the rise, especially like the public profile and all the new guys coming in. Is there anything that you would say to a new player, maybe a guy transferring in or like a freshman coming into the SWAC? What it's like playing in this league?
I would say it's better than you expect. For example, like most people, like for my instance, coming from a Power 5, coming down to the SWAC, some people might think low of it. But I feel like it's the same competition. It's a bunch of good players in the SWAC. It's a bunch of good resources, and that's what I would just say to a player coming in. Just come in and have fun and just work, but also just know it's competitive. It's competitive in the SWAC. That's what I would like everybody to know, that the SWAC is competitive. And I feel like all teams in the SWAC, we can compete with FCS teams or Power 5 teams. I feel like everybody in the SWAC, we on that. We going up where we can compete with those teams. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things, because that's another question I love to ask everybody is, the SWAC is intense. Like in league play, it doesn't matter if you playing the worst team or the best team, they're gonna bring their A game. Everybody. You're never gonna have a game where somebody just wasn't ready to play you. Mm-hmm. So you have to bring your A game week in and week out, because especially on the road, somebody will catch you who you don't expect. So I definitely love that answer. That's a really, really good answer. Do you have any goals for this upcoming season?
Of course, our team goal is to win the SWAC and win the Celebration Bowl. For my own personal goals would be getting 1,000 yards this season, being first team all SWAC, and just really another thing for myself is becoming a better teammate, becoming a better leader for my team. So those are my goals for this season, and I look forward to accomplishing them this season.
Well, I definitely look forward to seeing you play against Southern in September, and hopefully you guys can come back to Baton Rouge for the championship, because I'm really hoping this is our year. So whoever we play, I want them to play Southern twice in regular season championship. So hopefully we get to see you guys 2 times. But Like I said, I'm enjoying. I'm gonna definitely enjoy watching you play this season. Is there anything that you like to do before a game that kind of gets you going or gets you motivated before a game?
Right before the games, my dad always sends me a running back video. It could be from Bo Jackson or Marcus Allen, from any running back. He always sends me a video right before the game, and I watch it. I get my mind right, watch the highlights, and just that's really my pregame ritual. Just sit there watching video, watching people, just learning before I go out there and play. That's my pregame ritual.
Well, yeah. Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, man, your dad got good taste, man. So
yeah, he does. He really does.
Yeah, those like I said, those are some great guys, man. Let's kind of jump off the field a little bit so everybody can kind of get to know Donovan away from football.
For sure.
What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
Well, I like to sleep when I'm not playing football. I love to sleep, but I also love to play my video game, hang out with my friends, family, my girlfriend. I also like to fish. I go fishing. I've been fishing with my father and my grandfather, so I love to fish. I love going out there, and it's just peace and quiet out there. And I'm just out there fishing. That's what I like. I like peace and quiet, so I enjoy fishing a lot.
All right, so we're gonna go through a couple of them topics. You say you like to play video game. What do you play?
Madden, 2K, Call of Duty. Only things I'm playing.
That's me. What system you play on?
I play on Xbox Series S. But I'm getting a PS5. If you do got one, I'm getting one. I'm getting one.
Yeah, I'm still on PS4, so I ain't there yet. But I'm a Madden guy, man. I've been a Madden guy since oh my God, since I couldn't even. They didn't have numbers. They didn't have years on Madden when I started playing, bro. So I'm a Madden guy. I'm a 2K guy. When you play 2K, are you more of a my career guy or my team?
I'm more of my career in park. When you play with your player and take them to the park and play with your team, play with your friends. That's I also play.
What's your build?
I got right now. I have a lockdown. No. Right now I have a 2-way shooter actually, which is a lockdown. It's a lock and a shooter basically. Trying to get this. Yeah. That's right now.
I've been experimenting with big men, but in the park and the rec, you don't really get no love as a big man, so it's like.
But it's easy. It's easy for the big man though to rip up. All you do is grab rebounds and pass.
I know that. All I do is rebound, block shots, and get my garbage buckets because I'm not gonna get, I'm not gonna get no passes in the game. So I just got to get my points up. But this year, the first year, I actually was good at 3-point shooting because I've always been a horrible shooter, so I never shot the ball. I always made like slashers and guys that had like low 3-point rating. Yeah. So I finally got my shooting up, so I'm more of like a stretch guy. But I'm a 2K guy. I play almost every night. I'm not really big online, but I play off and on. But that's my thing. So fishing. So in Texas, a lot of fishing there, man. What kind of stuff you like to catch?
I catch catfish. I caught a redfish before. I caught some colorful fish. I don't know the name of it, but but yeah, I go fishing. We go to the lakes. I never been on the ocean or nothing, but we fish on lakes, fish on the boat, and I just really enjoy it. For real, I just enjoy it.
Yeah, my father's a big fisherman. I used to fish when I was younger, then I stopped. I did something last year I never did before. My wife is from Minnesota, so we went ice fishing. And man, you talk about the craziest thing in the world. But I caught like 4 fish. I was scared I was gonna fall through the hole at first, but I got comfortable and I caught about 4 fish. And I wanted to go last year when we went up there, but the ice wasn't thick enough. So that's like my thing that I like to do now. So I got back into fishing. I used to not do it too much, but now I'm trying to get back into it. What's your you got anything that you just have to eat, like a favorite food?
I have to eat Tex-Mex food, which is Mexican food, and Chinese food. Those are my favorites. I like enchiladas, Mexican rice, and orange chicken, and shrimp fried rice. My top things right there. You give me that, I'm good. On me, you give me that, I'm good.
So is there anywhere like around that Huntsville that you like to frequent? that somebody that one of those spots that you just got to go to?
In Huntsville, not really, but I go to Panda Express for my Chinese food. But back home in Texas, I go to Gringos, which is a Tex-Mex restaurant. And also shout out Whataburger too. Whataburger is another place I really like that's majority in Texas, but it's really good. You should try it one day. If you have.
I've had it, man. Like I said, I used to go to Houston, every so often, so I did that. But one of the places that I always wanted to go to in Houston, I don't know if you ever been, was the Turkey Leg Hut.
It's overrated. It's overrated to me. You could go there, but to me, it's overrated. Standing in long lines, it's overrated. But you can still go and try, but to me, it's overrated.
Yeah. That was like the first time I heard about that place. I was like, that sound, I was like, the name just was what got me. But I love that. I always got to ask people from Houston about it. Just, it's really one of them questions I'm always going to throw out. Do you have a favorite type of music you like to listen to?
Honestly, I like to listen to mostly rap. I listen to R&B and other things too. But my favorite artist, well, my top 3 artists I listen to is Jaden Youngin. He from Louisiana. Jaden Youngin, Gunna, and I would say Juice WRLD. Those probably the top 3 people I listen to a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I keep saying, I'm in my 40s, so I'm like a 90s hip hop type of dude. But I listen to a few of the younger guys, man. I'm from Baton Rouge, so being from Baton Rouge, you got a lot of different people be making noise and music. So I always try to listen to some of the stuff just to know what like the old people say, what the youngins is listening to.
Yeah.
So they got some good stuff out there, man. I hear something on the radio and I'll be like, let me run and put this on my playlist. So I gotta, I like a lot of the new things that come out. Some of it I can't understand because when you hit a certain point in your life, the music kind of changed for you. But I respect what they're doing. So I love the hustle that those guys have. They get out there and they do their thing. Do you have a favorite pro player? It don't have to be just football, but it could be any sport.
My favorite pro player is DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, nice.
He played receiver for the Houston Texans, of course. So I used to go to the Texans game all the time. He played there. I also met him though. I met him in real life. Took a picture with him and everything. So he's my favorite player right now. He's gonna be my favorite player even when I make it to the NFL. Still gonna be my favorite player.
Yeah, one of my favorite. I got a couple favorite DeAndre Hopkins moments. One, him and Jalen Ramsey, they used to match up, man. They used to beat up on each other. Mm-hmm. It was like an offensive line, defensive line battle on in the secondary when them two match up. And then when he just destroyed D'Angelo, I can't think of the dude's name now. D'Angelo Hall when he destroyed his ankles in practice.
Yeah. Hard knocks.
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I watch that clip at least once a year, man. I swear to God, I watch that clip at least once a year. It's just it's just the perfect example of sometimes you don't need to say something to somebody because if you don't execute, you get yourself put out there. So you're a Houston guy, so I guess Houston teams are your favorite teams.
Nah.
Not the Rockets.
Nah, I don't have no favorite team. But I'll say this: if the Texans get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, I'll be a Texas fan again. They need a quarterback. But
yes, they need a lot. But the quarterback can definitely get you started on the right direction. I'm a Cowboy fan, so I'm not gonna say too much.
I can't mention the Cowboy fan. Nah, I can't do that one.
I'm not gonna say too much. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because it's been a painful long time for us. So the less I say about us, the better. But so do you watch any NBA?
Yes, sir. I usually watch the NBA when it gets to the playoffs. I don't usually watch it during the regular season because it's exciting, but it ain't that exciting. So I usually watch it when we get closer to the playoffs.
So it's playoffs about to get started now. You got anybody you like to watch, like like LeBron or anybody like that?
Yep, you just said him, LeBron James, the king. That's what I like.
King James. King James, man. I actually got to see him play live for the first time last season when they played the Pelicans. I went and seen him play, turn his ankle in the third quarter, but that was toward the end of the season. But I'm a King James guy.
Me too.
I grew to like him. I didn't like him that much, but the longer he played, I respect I love his game, and so I started to like him. I'm a MJ guy, but I love LeBron too. I don't like that, how people be battling back and forth between the two.
Yeah, I know.
I like I like them both, so I'm definitely a King James guy. So that's my thing. So do you have anything that you want to promote, like your social media or anything like that you want to put out there?
Yes, you can promote my Instagram at HTX_Dono, DONO. But I also like to promote Superior Sports Network, which is a network that I work with. And they basically, how you kind of do, they help HBCUs expose HBCUs to different companies and helping you out. So they're down here in Huntsville, but they also work with a bunch of HBCUs, but it's called Superior Sports Network. I like to shout them out.
All right. Do they got a social media or anything? Because I'll put it in my.
Yes, sir, they do. I think it's Superior. It's Superior Sports Network.
Okay.
Instagram. Yes.
On Instagram. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the description and in my videos and everything. So show them a little love. I definitely like to do that kind of stuff, man, because it's all about you guys, man. If y'all not out there doing your thing, then we don't have a show. And I love this. I love this era now where you guys can get that. Get something for your work. So. And I definitely love to promote that because it's good to know the faces behind the helmets. Playing football, don't nobody really know what you look like. They don't know what you talk like. So it's like being able to get you out there is a good thing. So man, we're gonna go ahead and start to wrap this up, man. I definitely appreciate you stopping by. Is there anything you want to say to the fans out there before we get out of here?
What I like to say to the fans is come out and support us this year. Support us at the home and away games. We're gonna need y'all at away games. We really thrive off y'all, Alabama A&M fans. And I just want to say y'all will be pleased. Y'all will see a show this year from the offense, defense, special team, all above. So y'all just come out and support us. I'll be looking for you in Baton Rouge when we play Southern. So
yeah, I'm gonna beat up. Hey, you can't miss me, bro. The way our stadium is set up, we got bleachers in the north end zone. I sit right behind the goalpost, and I always got this white and blue SWAC Talk shirt on. So if you score a touchdown in the north end zone, you'll see me. I'm always there. Like I'm there before anybody get in the stadium, so you'll see me. And definitely gonna keep in touch with you, man. I love to see what you're doing. I want to see you continue to thrive. I know you're gonna be all SWAC this year, so I'm glad to have you on the show. And maybe after the season we could connect again.
For sure. I appreciate it.
No problem. Here.
And of course,
all right, everybody.
I'll come say something to you. I'll come say something to you in Baton Rouge. I'll come shake your hand or something.
Hey, we'll definitely connect. I'll be around. So everybody, this is Mr. Donovan Eaglin, number 7, running back, Alabama A&M. Gonna be all SWAC. I'm speaking into existence. First team all SWAC guy. I'm speaking into existence. Y'all make sure y'all check him out and check out the rest of the Alabama A&M Bulldogs coming to a stadium near you. And we'll catch y'all on another edition of SWAC Talk. So y'all have a good evening, and we'll see y'all on the next episode.